Okay, so we're just about ready to go. Diamondbacks lineup comes up with DH Cartel Martes will be leading off, followed by Gerardo Perdomo, and then Corral will be hitting third. So just about ready to start this three-game weekend series with the Diamondbacks. Dodgers and Diamondbacks, it'll be getaway day for them after this series, and they'll all take the All-Star break. So Kyle Hurt now on the mound and ready to go. The pitch on the way is taken for called strike one. This season, Marte is hitting in 89 games. He's hitting .263, 17 home runs, and 54 ribbies. Waiting in is Marte, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. Change up. So Marte now finds himself behind in the count, 0-2. Marte's the DH for the night. Hurt's pitch on the way. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to a diving Rojas, and it'll go into center field, and Pages will pick it up. So just like that, Marte is aboard with a base hit. So with one on, no outs, up comes Perdomo, the shortstop. The pitch swung on, ground ball hit sharply foul by a diving Freddie Freeman. Almost trouble. So Marte will go back to first base. And it'll be 0-1 to Perdomo. Waiting in from the left-hand side of the plate. Pitch on the way is taken for ball one. Fastball just missing. Swung on and missed on a fastball. So now it's 1-2. One and two the count. Hurt getting the start after Ohtani was a late scratch for this game. There's a pitch in the dirt. Change up for ball two. So 2-2. So the Dodgers will be playing this as a bullpen game. Kyle Hurt will get the start. Let's see how many innings. If he goes one, and then they'll take it from there. Right now he's got the leadoff hitter on first base, giving him a leadoff hit, and now we're 2-2 to Perdomo. The pitch taken outside for ball three. So now it's a changeup missing. So now with a full count, he can get himself in a world of trouble here. There's no outs. We're in the first inning. He gave up a single to lead off this game. And if he gives up a walk here, it's swung on and fouled away. It's a fastball. Kyle Hurt looking in. The pitch swung on. There's a shot into center field for a base hit, and there's now two men on. So just like that, the Dodgers putting themselves behind the eight ball to start this game off with two men on, no outs. And up comes Carroll, the right fielder. A nice sharp single into center field. So now, what's Kyle Hurt going to do? He's got two men on, no outs, first inning. And up comes Carroll, the third man of the game. Hurt has already thrown 10 pitches. 2 base hits already off of him. So Corbin Carroll waits in. The pitch swung on and fouled away. So Corbin Carroll in 90 games, hitting .261, 13 home runs, 45 ribbies, and hitting .105 in his last 11 games. So he is on a cold streak indeed. Let's see if Kyle Hurt can take advantage. There's a ground ball hit sharply to Freeman. He throws across to second base to get the force out. And no time for Betts to throw back to first for the double play. So now you got runners on the corners and 1 out. And up comes Moreno, the catcher. Gabriel Moreno, since June 7th in his 26 games, is hitting .359, 3 home runs, 11 ribbies, a .950 on-base percentage. So he comes in here red hot. So Kyle Hurt just faced a man who was ice cold, and now he comes in facing a guy red hot. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Swung on and missed by Moreno, and a changeup. Oh and 1 the count. The pitch. Taken for called strike 1 on a fastball. So it's 0 and 2 now. So still a whole lot of time here for Kyle Hurt. He has yet to give up a run. It's 0 and 2. So if he strikes out this guy, he'll be in great shape. But he's still got those 2 men on base he's got to deal with. Marte's at third. Carroll's at first. 1 out, first inning, no score, and the count is 0 and 2 to Moreno. What you gonna do, Hurt? Throw over to first base is what he's gonna do, and back there in time is Carroll. Moreno hitting .293, 6 home runs and 30 ribbies. There's a shot hit into right field for a base hit, and the Diamondbacks take the lead as Marte scores. Moving over to third on a wild throw. He will come in to score on that ball going into the dugout, so now it's 2-0. So a bad throwing there leads to a run right there that shouldn't have been. So let's see, let's rewind this and see what happens. So Tucker throws the ball to third. So it was Kyle Tucker that Edman could not handle it, and that's why the ball got away from him. Okay, and that's how come the run scored. So it scored sharply on a base hit, and then that overthrow, or the throw that Edman couldn't handle, either way you look at it. And there's the second run coming in for the Diamondbacks. The throw actually looked pretty good, and I guess, let's see, they did give an error, but who did they give the error to? Edman or Tucker? Here's a sharp ground ball hit to Freeman, shovels over in time to Hurt for the second out, and what moves over to third is Carroll. Check that, Moreno moves over to third. So Arizona now leading 2-0 over the Dodgers. We're only in the first, and they got a man at third. There's 2 outs. So Kyle is in a hurt of trouble right now, facing Vargas. Ooh, inside for ball 1 on a fastball. Vargas this season in 80 games hitting .257, but .145 in his last 27 games. This is a guy you got to take advantage of. There's a strike right down the middle on the changeup. So the count is now 1-1. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers nothing. Just the start of things here in the first inning. Dodgers haven't even batted. 2 outs. Man at third, so you got to be careful. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Rojas, he'll flip it on over to Freeman, and down go the Diamondbacks, but not before they get a couple of runs on 3 hits. The score, Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers coming up. So now, let's take a look at the Diamondbacks with the leather playing in left field to be Gurnell, center fielder Waldschmidt, right field to be Carroll. At third base, Arenado, shortstop Perdomo, second baseman Vargas, and at first will be Tawa. Behind the plate is Moreno, and Rodriguez will be on the mound. Rodriguez comes in here with a 7-3 record. In 108 innings, he's pitched with a 2.25 ERA. And for the Dodgers, let's see how the Dodgers batting order lines up now. It'll be Ohtani, who was supposed to start, but a late scratch due to a knee that they're going to get drained on Sunday. But he'll be in there pinch hitting all 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but he just isn't pitching tonight. So anyways, Ohtani leads off at DH. Hitting second will be Pages. Hitting third will be Freeman. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Betts. In the 5th position, it'll be Edman. And Tucker's in the 6th position. Teoscar Hernandez hitting in the 7th slot. In the 8th will be Rojas playing second base. And behind the plate and hitting 9th will be Dalton Rushing. So Tommy Edman getting the call at third base tonight, giving Max Muncy the night off. There's a little switch from what normally the Dodger lineup is. And Eduardo Rodriguez is on the mound. In 18 starts, like I said, he has a 7-3 record with a 2.25 ERA. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed by Ohtani. Ohtani this season in 89 games, hitting .290, 20 home runs, 56 ribbies. The 0-1 pitch, taken low for ball 1. One and one the count. Pitch. Swung on, and a high fly ball hit deep to left, back, away back, and gone. Home run, touch 'em all, Ohtani on that shot. The home run gong is out. That traveled 381 feet, and Ohtani with yet another leadoff home run. Incredible. So just like that, all of that work that the Diamondbacks did in the first inning with a base hit here, a base hit there, a wild throw, and everything, that lead is cut in half. The 21st home run of the season for Ohtani. The pitch to Pages swung on and fouled back. So now the score is Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 1. And there's a leadoff home run, number 26 for Ohtani. Dave Lopes has 28 franchise history, and Mookie Betts is the leader at 32. So Ohtani sometime later on this year should catch and pass Mookie Betts. Pitch on the way to Pages, swung on and fouled back on the changeup. No outs. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 1 on the home run by Ohtani. Pitch swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-2 to Pages. This season in 93 games, he's hitting .263. 16 home runs and 64 ribbies. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Welcome in, D-Rock. We got D-Rock in the house. Let's go Dodgers indeed. Rodriguez to the windup. The 0-2 pitch. High for ball one on the fastball. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 1. We're in the first inning. Ohtani a late scratch as a pitcher, so it'll be a bullpen game for the Dodgers. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back and out of play. If you joined us a little late, Hurt gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. And let's see who will be in next on this bullpen game. Or will Roberts continue to throw him? We'll see momentarily here. Meanwhile, Pages 1 and 2. The pitch swung on, a high fly ball in the deep left field. Forget all about it. Way back and gone. So just like that, the Dodgers get 2 home runs back to back from Ohtani and now Pages, and we're all tied up at 2 apiece. That one was really launched at 419 feet out of here into left field pavilion. And now that brings up Freddie Freeman. So that's got to be a good feeling for Hurt. He's not going to be a loser in this game. And now Freddie Freeman coming up. So the pitch on the way is taken for called strike one, a curveball. As soon as he hit that, Pages knew it was gone. He left no doubt about it, stayed in the batter's box a wee bit to take a look at it. It was way out and gone at 419 feet. Swung on and missed by Freddie Freeman there. Count is now 0-2 to Freddie. And that's the same place where Pages was at 0-2 before he conked it out. 17th home run of the year for Pages. That pitch is low to Freeman on the changeup for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Freeman this season in 91 games hitting .296, 15 home runs, and 49 ribbies. The windup and the pitch swung on and down he goes. So there's 1 out for the Diamondbacks, striking out Freeman, and up comes Mookie Betts. So this will be the last series before the All-Star break. So let's see if the Dodgers can win this series and go into the All-Star break with a good feeling. There's a pitch that's taken fastball for ball 1. Mookie Betts in 57 games hitting .237, 11 home runs, 30 ribbies. The windup, the 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Two tie in the bottom of the first, 1 out for the Dodgers. And the pitch on the way to Betts is taken. There's a sharp ground ball, base hit right past the shortstop Perdomo into center field, and Mookie's on safely at first. So now with 1 out, 1 on, up comes Tommy Edman, playing at third base in place of Max Muncy tonight. So Edman in 19 games hitting .351, 1 home run and 9 ribbies. Waiting in. Swung on first ball, hitting. It's a high fly ball. Carroll's out there in right field. He's there. He's got it for the out. Number 2, Betts remains at first. We're in a 2-2 tie here. Rodriguez has only thrown 18 pitches, and there's a whole lot of stuff happening. He's given up 3 hits, 2 runs, the same line that Kyle Hurt actually had. So up comes Kyle Tucker. This season in 88 games hitting .249, 7 home runs and 47 ribbies. Mookie away from first. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on a sinker. 2-2 tie. We're only in the first. Pitch, check swing, fouled away. Now the count is 0-2 on the sinker. So Tucker, since June 27th in 12 games, is hitting .366, .469 on base percentage. Check that at .933 on base percentage. So 0-2, now the count to Tucker. High for ball one on the fastball, just missing. Two outs, one on. We're in the bottom of the first. Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 2. Dodgers got their 2 runs on a home run by Ohtani and by Pages to start this inning off. So the count is now 2-2 to Tucker. Swung on and missed, and down goes Kyle Tucker, striking out, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first, but not before they score 2 runs on 3 hits. And the score after 1 complete inning in Los Angeles, Diamondbacks 2, the Dodgers 2. We'll be right back with the top of the second inning. I want to check here to see who's coming out. Are they going to have Hurt go out there? Can't have Hurt go out there again. And they are. So Roberts is going to send Kyle Hurt out there again. I know it's a bullpen game, but and Kyle Hurt will now be facing Arenado, Waldschmidt, and then the top of the order, or actually the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. It'll be Tawa, first baseman. So those will be the hitters coming up to face Hurt. Maybe the thinking by Roberts is, since it's the bottom of the order, let him go out there and try to get those first 3 guys out, and then they'll start fresh with a new pitcher in the 3rd inning. Let's see what happens here. Nolan Arenado, third baseman, will be leading off. Once again, after this series, it'll be All-Star break. Ohtani, in case you missed the news, was supposed to start tonight. Was a late scratch because of his fluid that they need to drain out of his knee. He will not go to the All-Star game. He'll have his knee drained on Sunday, and then just stay home, rest up, and rejoin the Dodgers when they come back after the All-Star game. So they are sending Hurt out there, and let's see what he does against Arenado right now. Pitch is taken for ball 1. Ball 2. And now warming up is Will Klein in the bullpen. Swung on and missed on the slider. So now it's 2-1 the count. So the pitch there is taken. We're now on a foul back and out of play. Waiting in. The count is 3-2 right now to Arenado. Let's see if Hurt can get him. Pitch. And he walked him. So He lost him, the first man on, just the same thing that happened in the first inning. So if Dave Roberts was thinking that Kyle Hurt could get the 7, 8, and 9 hitters and have a new pitcher out there for the third, that went to waste. As now the center fielder, Waldschmidt, comes in, hitting .259. You got 1 on, no outs. We're in the second inning in a 2-2 tie. Waldschmidt waiting in. Pitch is taken for a called strike 1 on the slider. Oh, and 1 the count to Waldschmidt. 1 on. There's a foul swung on and so 0-2 now the count. Waiting on deck is Taz, the first baseman. Pitch swung on and fouled away again on the changeup. 2-2 tie. We're only in the second inning. No outs for the Diamondbacks. 1 on and an 0-2 count right now to Waldschmidt. It's a bullpen game. Kyle Hurt on the mound. The pitch is taken outside for ball 1. Fastball just missing. So it's now a 1-2 count. Pitch swung on and missed, and down he goes. So Kyle Hurt gets himself together and gets his first strikeout of the game. And down goes Waldschmidt. So now we got 1 on, 1 out. Second inning. So Tim Tawa comes in, hitting 159, 155, 1 home run, 8 ribbies. Tim Tawa. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Second inning, 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. There's fouled away. It's 1-1 now in the changeup. Dodgers hoping right here to get a double play and get out of this inning. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Tawa. Swung on and fouled away. So we now got him 1-2 on the fastball. One ball, 2 strikes to Tawa. Low for ball 2 on the changeup, just missing. Will Klein warming up in the bullpen, so he'll be out there whether it's in this inning or in the next inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a shot hit way back. Kyle Hart. Tucker going back to the warning track to catch it. Nice catch by Tucker on that one for out number 2. So there's now 2 outs here in the second inning and a 2-2 tie. And now we go to the top of the order. And with that, just before, and just as I thought, before they could get to Marte, they're going to go to the bullpen. So that'll do it. With 2 outs in the second inning, they will pull Kyle Hurt and go to Will Klein. So you can, the man on base belongs to Hurt, so you can't yet close the books on him yet. But Will Klein now coming in to face Marte, the DH. Marte in his last at-bat got a base hit sharply to right field and then came around to score. So right now we're involved in a little bit of a pitching change, as this game was figured to be a bullpen game from the start as soon as Ohtani couldn't answer the bell. And Dave Roberts is now, right now, as we're waiting for the Will Klein to finish his warm-up pitches, and we'll be back to live action momentarily. After the All-Star break, the Dodgers will be in New York on the weekend series facing the Yankees, so that'll be a fun game. Those games should be very entertaining whenever the Dodgers and Yankees get together, whether it's World Series, postseason, or regular season. So Will Klein now ready to go to Marte. The pitch is in the dirt for ball one, curveball missing. The throw to first base, not nearly in time. Pitch, waiting in. The 1-0 pitch, there's a sharp ground ball hit down to Freddie Freeman. He'll do it himself, take it to the bag, and that'll more than do it for the Diamondbacks in the top of the second. The score after 1.5 innings played in Los Angeles, Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. So, as I was saying, the Dodgers, after the All-Star break, they'll go to New York for a 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then after that, they'll head on over to Philadelphia for a 3-game series, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So they'll be on the road right after the All-Star break. So I could see why they would want Ohtani to rest up. Make sure he's ready to go for the second half of the season. Don't take any chances with a franchise getting injured or anything like that, any prolonged injury. They've had enough. Will Klein's still not back. Uncertainty on him. Still don't know when he will come back. No word on him. But Dalton Rushing has been a fine replacement in the meantime. And speaking of Dalton Rushing, he'll be hitting third coming up now. So it'll be Teoscar Hernandez, followed by Rojas, and then Dalton Rushing. So the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up now for the Dodgers in the second inning. So now that Kyle Hurt is done, he pitched to close the books on him. He went 1 2/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and had 1 strikeout. Okay, so we're now ready to go for the second inning, and up comes Teoscar Hernandez in 60 games, hitting .255, 8 home runs, and 36 ribbies. He was out for a while with that hamstring pull, so he did miss quite a few games, but he's back and ready to go. The pitch is taken low for ball 2 on the changeup. So 2 balls, no strikes to Hernandez. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. We're only in the second inning. There's a high fly ball that'll go to the center fielder Waldschmidt. He's waiting. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring up Miguel Rojas playing second base tonight. Rojas comes in hitting .284, 3 home runs and 16 ribbies. Thus far in the season, the pitch taken a curveball for strike 1. Rojas waiting in. Pitch swung on, base hit. Oh, no, it's hit to the second baseman. He'll glove it. He was right behind second base the way he was lined up perfectly to glove it and throw him out. So nicely Vargas handled that to get the out. 4-3. Had he been lined up traditionally, that would have been a clean base hit up the middle. So nice scouting report on Rojas for out number 2 in the inning. And up comes Rushing. The pitch is taken for a called strike 1 on the sinker. 0-1 the count now to Rushing. 2 outs, second inning. Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 2. The pitch is taken low on the changeup. Rushing in 58 games, hitting .264, 10 home runs and 30 ribbies. Pitch is check swing. They're going to say he won a round, so now it's 1-2 is the count. Rodriguez, the 1-2 pitch to Rushing. Swung on a sharp ground ball hit down to Vargas. Gloves it, throws to Tawa for the out, and that'll do it. So that'll do it for the Dodgers in the second. The score after 2 complete innings in Los Angeles. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. I'll be right back after this short break. Okay, so as we get ready now to go into the third inning for the Diamondbacks, they'll be sending up shortstop Perdomo, right fielder Carroll, and Moreno, the catcher. So those will be the first 3 hitters coming up. If anybody gets on, Guerrero, the left fielder. 2-2 tie here. All the action happening in the first inning for the Dodgers and the D-backs. Second inning relatively quiet. And let's see how they play it out now in the third inning. There's a big 2025 World Series Players Rings giveaway on July 28th. Wow, a replica ring. So if you want a replica ring, head on out July 28th. Dodgers and the Mariners, a 7:10 start at Dodger Stadium. Okay, so Will Klein now up on the mound and ready to go. Starting the third inning. Perdomo singled in the first. The pitch, he fakes a bunt, pulls it back, and gets strike 1. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, curveball for 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Perdomo. Klein has already thrown 4 pitches, and it's taken for ball 2. 2-1 the pitch, way outside. Ball 3 and a curveball missing badly. So 3-1 now the count to Perdomo. Dodgers 2, Diamondbacks 2. We're in the third inning. There's a ground ball nicely backhanded by Freeman. They'll walk it to the bag for out number 1. Nice backhanded play by Freddie Freeman on that one. So with 1 out, up comes Carroll, the left fielder. He walked, and actually his first at bat, he scored a run. Fastball taken for called strike 1. Oh and 1 the count to Carroll. 1 out. We're in the third. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. Klein's pitch way high. The fastball missing badly for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Dodgers going with a bullpen game today since Ohtani couldn't make the start. There's a fouled away and out of play. Carroll hurt the Dodgers earlier in the year with a home run when it counted. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is in the dirt. Curveball missing for ball 2. So 2-2 now the count. We're in the third, 1 out. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. And on deck is the catcher Moreno. Fouled back and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes to Carroll. Deuces are wild. We're in the third inning, 1 out. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2, and the 2-2 pitch way high for ball 3 and the fastball missing. So now he's got a full count. You definitely don't want to walk him up here. Let's see what he's going to come back with. Pitch taken for ball 4. He missed it on the sweeper. So now let's see what's going to happen. So now the catcher rushing is going to challenge that, and it is way high. So bad challenge. He walks, and the Dodgers lose a challenge. So that's a bad challenge right there. Gabriel Moreno coming in, 1 for 1, RBI and a single, hitting .296 on the year. The pitch, way inside, fastball missing for ball 1. So now with that walk, Klein's got 1 on, 1 out. We're in the third, and he's got Moreno, a hot hitter, standing at the plate. Taken for called strike 1. 1-1 the count. Pitch is way high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch is what? They're going to look over to first. They'll say no swing. It was a half swing. Klein isn't too happy at all with that. As, let's see, taking a look. Ooh, looks like he may have gone around. They appealed to first, and they said no swing. So 3 balls and 1 strike now the count to Moreno. pitch is fouled back and out of play, so now we got it 3-2 count. So now he's got to come back with another fastball, challenge him. You don't want to walk a second guy in the inning with only one out. Come on, Klein, let's do it right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Klein has thrown 19 pitches in this game. He came in to get the last out of the second inning, and now he started this inning clean by himself, and he's allowed one man on with a walk, on the verge of allowing another man on with a walk. He's got 1 out. Let's see what's he going to do. They throw over to first. That's what he's going to do, and Carroll runs back to first. 2-2 tie. If you came a little late, you missed a home run, leading off home run by Ohtani, and Pages followed that with a home run. The Diamondbacks, here's a pitch. It's way outside. It's going to go to the backstop. So now you get a man on first base, and Carroll had already stolen second base, so he didn't even think about going to third. So you got 2 men on. That was a strikeout, but it was unable to hold on to the pitch was Dalton Rushing behind the plate, and it went all the way to the back, and that's how Moreno's aboard. So that's bad. So you get a guy to strike out, but that ball was so far outside that Dalton Rushing couldn't even catch it. It rolled all the way to the backstop, and Moreno took first base. Here's a pitch. It's outside. A sweeper for a ball 1. So while Klein is credited with a strikeout, he also has a man on because of the inability for Rushing to catch that ball. There's a ground ball. Back, throw it over to first, and that'll do it. So that'll do it for the Diamondbacks in the third inning. The score after 2.5. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2, and Dodgers now in the bottom of the third. We'll be sending up top of the order, Ohtani, Pages, and Freeman. And if anybody gets on, Mookie Betts. So thankfully, Dodgers did not allow any runs in that inning. It was as shaky as it was. They got out of it unscathed. Let's see if Roberts is going to stick with Will Klein for the 4th inning in a bullpen game. Let's take a look at what Rodriguez has done. He's pitched 2 innings already for the Diamondbacks. His numbers: he's allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earns. Those are the home runs. Hasn't allowed any walks. He struck out 2 and gave up those 2 home runs. So now Rodriguez is going to face the Dodgers top of the order, the 2 guys that stung him in the first inning with leadoff home runs in Ohtani and Pages, followed by Freeman. So after this game, the Dodgers have after this series, the 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they then go to the All-Star break. And when they return from that All-Star break, it'll be 1 week from today, they'll be in New York taking on the Yankees in old Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium. They'll be taking them on for 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Dodgers and the Yankees. The pitch on the way to Ohtani's taken for called strike 1. We're in a 2-2 tie, start of the 3rd inning. Ohtani takes the first strike, and the count is 0-1. The pitch. Fastball just missing for ball 1. Ohtani, 21 home runs, 57 ribbies. He hit his 26th leadoff home run, just a few home runs behind the franchise leader in Mookie Betts. There's a strike changeup. Count is now 1-2. Mookie has 32 home runs, leading off as a Dodger. and Ohtani has 26. So at the current rate of projection ratio, Ohtani should pass Mookie sometime later on this year. Meanwhile, he swings and misses and strikes out. That's Rodriguez's third strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Pages. So a little bit of a sweet revenge for Rodriguez, striking out the man that burned him with a home run in the first inning. And now let's see if he can get revenge on Pages, who also hit a home run off of him. So ball one, cutter missing. The pitch swung on and missed. Pages had fouled off a few pitches before he hit that home run. He was on the ropes at 0-2 for a while, and it was the seventh pitch of the game by Rodriguez, and he wound up tied already. He gave up that home run to Pages on his seventh pitch. The 1-1 pitch, taken, change up low and away for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rodriguez, ERA is 2.25. Good question, D-Rock. There's a high fly ball hit out there in center, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So Pages is aboard with his second hit of the game. So now with let's see, Pages on, up comes Freddie Freeman. We got 1 out. We're in the third inning, a 2-2 tie. The pitch, swung on, there's a ground ball hit down to Vargas. He shoots 2, goes over to Perdomo for 1, across to Tawe, and a double play, and that'll do it for the Dodgers, and a 4-6-3 double play, and they go down in the third inning. The score after 3 complete innings in Los Angeles, Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. So just when you thought something might possibly get started, the double play rears its ugly head and puts the Dodgers away for that inning. For the Diamondbacks, now coming up, leading off will be Vargas, followed by Arenado, and then Waldschmidt. And if anybody gets on, Tawa will be Timothy Tawa will be hitting in the 4th spot. So 1 week from today, Dodgers in New York taking on the Yankees. That'll be an early start, New York time, keep in mind. That'll be a 4 o'clock start out here in the West Coast. 7 o'clock start in New York on Friday night. After that 3-game series with the Yankees, they'll then move over, the Dodgers will, to Philadelphia, play the Phillies on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, take Thursday off, and then go back to New York to take on the Mets Friday, Saturday, and Sunday before coming back home. So interesting little road trip indeed, from New York to Philly, back to New York. Meanwhile, promotional giveaway, Kike Hernandez bobblehead, July 12th. 1:10 start against the Diamondbacks if you're interested. This Sunday, Kike Hernandez. So the pitch is taken for strike 1 to Vargas. So Kike, since we're giving away that bobblehead, he will make his return back. It was announced earlier by himself, the first game back on the homestand after the All-Star break. So that'll be against the Mariners in late July. Pitch swung on and missed the slider, so it's now 1-2. Kike missed a bunch of games to start the year, came back hotter than a firecracker and did really well in this couple of games, and then he got injured again. So very limited action this season by Kike, but that's okay. Save him, have him ready to go for the playoffs. There's a pitch swung on and missed for a strikeout, number 2 for Will Klein, and out number 1 of this inning for the Diamondbacks. Four strikeouts to go if you're keeping track of the free Jumbo Jack promotion Dodgers giving out. The pitch is taken for called strike 1. 0-1 the count to Nolan Arenado. He walked in his previous plate appearance. 4th inning, 2-2 tie, 1 out. Pitch on the way is taken low for a ball 1, the fastball missing. The 1-1 pitch, way outside, all the way to the backstop. And a sweeper for 2 balls and 1 strike. Brock Stewart now, right-hander, warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Diamondbacks 2, Dodgers 2. We're in the 4th. Next pitch is a sweeper way outside again for ball 3 to Arenado. Klein has thrown 30 pitches so far in this game. The pitch is taken inside for ball 4, so Arenado's aboard with a walk. And that'll bring up Waldschmidt, the center fielder. And Dave Roberts is now coming out, so he's seen enough. He'll go to the bullpen. Looks like there'll be Brock Stewart will now be coming in. So Dave Roberts is really keeping a bullpen mentality open. So when Brock Stewart comes on, he'll be inheriting 1 on, 1 out, and be facing Waldschmidt, the center fielder. I'll be right back after this short timeout. Okay, so Brock Stewart now taking his last few warm-up pitches. In 8 games, he has an ERA of 1.17. He's pitched 7.2 innings, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's allowed 1 home run. So with 1 out, we're in the 4th inning in a 2-2 tie. And up comes Waldschmidt, the center fielder. Arenado just got on with a walk. Waldschmidt struck out in his last plate appearance. Here's a pitch taken outside for ball 1 on the fastball, just missing. We're in the 4th with 1 out. Way inside on a sinker. So the count is now 2-0 to Waldschmidt. Pitch swung on and missed on a fastball. So now it's 2-1. Arenado with a short lead away from first base. 2-1 the count to Waldschmidt. 2-2 tie. We're in the fourth with 1 out, 1 on. The pitch swung on and missed. So now he's got him 2-2. Waiting on deck is Timothy Tawa. The 2-2 pitch, way outside for ball 3, a sweeper. Now you got to buckle down and give your best stuff here. You don't want to allow 2 men on with 1 out. Go after him. The dangerous Tim Tawa waiting on deck, hitting 157. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. That's the way to do it. Okay, so nicely done. Strikeout number 1 for Stewart, and there's 2 outs. So now makes it a lot more manageable and easier to go after Timothy Tawa, knowing you have 2 outs in the 4th inning here. You don't want to go to the top of the order to Marte. You could take him on next inning. Get this guy right now. Go after him. And he's hitting 153. Swung on and fouled away. So the count is now 0-1. That swing and a miss, fouled back, caught a little bit of the umpire's mask. Jarred him a little bit, but he's okay. No balls, 1 strike. 4th inning, 1 out, 2 out. 1 on. 2 out, 1 on. Pitch is taken inside for ball 1, so it's now 1-1. Two tie in the 4th. Pitch is low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. In fact, those last 2 balls, if you were to challenge those, would be strikes, but oh well, you play what you got, and it's a 2-1 count instead of a strikeout. Pitch swung on, and a high fly ball hit to deep left, way out and gone. So just like that, the D-backs take the lead 4-2. So if you're in favor of having the electric umpire, that ball went 429 feet to deep into the left field pavilion. And you can say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Had that been electronically done by the robo umpire, you would have struck out. You never would have had a chance to hit that 2-run shot. Instead of it being out, Dodgers out of the inning on a strikeout, they're now down 4-2. And Marte now up to the plate, takes ball 1. So Dodgers now trailing 4-2. We're in the 4th inning. Pitch swung on and fouled away in the cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marte. Marte 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. He got things started for the Diamondbacks right away out of the box, getting a base hit off a hurt. There's a swing and fouled away, a changeup. So the count remains 1-2. Waiting on deck is Perdomo. 2 outs in the 4th, 1-2 count, nobody on. Pitch is outside for ball 2 on a changeup. Just missing. 2-2 the count. Swung on and fouled back and out of play. So Marte with a 2-2 count. 2 outs. We're in the 4th inning. Diamondbacks just clubbed a 2-run home run to take the lead, 4-2. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and down he goes. So Stewart strikes him out, but not until he gave up that, not before giving up that dreaded 2-run shot. And the Diamondbacks, after 3.5 innings, the score, Diamondbacks 4, Dodgers 2, as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. For the Dodgers, in the bottom of the 4th, they'll have Betts, followed by Tommy Edman, and then Tucker. If anybody gets on, it'll be Hernandez, be hitting in the 4th slot. So let's see now what the Dodgers are going to do here. As far as the pitching goes, what is a total bullpen game. Let's see who they got. We can now close the books on Klein. That one of those runs was to him. So Klein pitched 1 2/3 innings, allowed 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Brock has pitched 2 2/3 of an inning, has given up a hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, has gotten 2 strikeouts, and that's how the Dodgers find themselves behind 4-2. Once again, this is the last series the Dodgers are playing before the All-Star break, so somehow, some way, 1, 2, 3, 4, there'll be a 4. Dodgers getting 4 days off with the All-Star game in between on Tuesday night from Philadelphia. And when they return, it'll be against the Yankees in New York. Here's Mookie Betts to the plate. Pitch is taken high and outside for ball 1. We're in the 4th inning. Diamondbacks 4, Dodgers 2. Mookie Betts is 1 for 1 with a single. The pitch is taken for called strike 1, curveball. So 1-1 now the count to Mookie. One taken. They're going to check that. Let's see. A challenge by the Diamondbacks. And it will indeed be a strike, so it'll be 1-2. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Betts. Rodriguez has thrown 44 pitches so far. Pitch is swung on and a high fly ball. In comes Gurriel in left. He's coming. He's got it for out number 1. So 1 out. Mookie flying out to the left fielder. And up comes Tommy Edman. Edman flied out 0 for 1 in his first plate appearance, playing for Max Muncy tonight at third base. Pitch is fouled away in the cutter. No balls, 1 strike to Edman. The pitch is way outside for ball 1, the changeup missing. 1-1 the count to Tommy Edman. The pitch, high, fastball missing. for ball 2. Two balls, one strike to Edman, one out for the Dodgers in the 4th. In a 4-2 game, the Dodgers trailing the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks got 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th. Dodgers getting their lone 2 runs on back-to-back home runs by Ohtani and Pages to start this game. And that's where they're at. Diamondbacks 4 runs on 4 hits. Dodgers 2 runs on 4 hits. There's a swing and a miss, and down goes Edman. And that will be the 4th strikeout for Rodriguez in this game. So now there's 2 outs in the 4th inning. Rodriguez, aside from allowing those 2 home runs, has struck out 4 and has not allowed any walks. Here's Kyle Tucker in there. Pitch is swung on and a shot. It'll go up the alley and hit the wall. Played nicely off the wall by Waldschmidt, and cruising into second base with a double is Kyle Tucker. Okay, so just like that, Dodgers trying to make something happen here with 2 outs. We're in the 4th inning, trailing 4-2, and Kyle Tucker steps up there, first ball swinging, and hits a double up the alley for, hits the wall. Waldschmidt playing that nicely on the carom to keep him to a double. And now comes up Teoscar Hernandez. 2 outs in the 4th. Pitch is swung on and missed by Hernandez. Oh and 1 the count to Hernandez. 2 outs, 1 on. Pitch is high and a sinker for ball 1. So we got the hard-throwing lefty out of Venezuela facing the Cuban. There's a pitch. It's a high fly ball. There's Carroll in right field for the out, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers are done in the 4th inning. The score, Diamondbacks 4, Dodgers 2, as we move to the 5th inning. So kind of a fast-moving game. Game started at 7:10. We're now 8:23, so an hour and 10 minutes when we find ourselves in the 5th inning. And for the Diamondbacks, it'll be Perdomo, Carroll, and Moreno leading coming up in this inning. If anybody gets on, the left fielder Gurnall will be coming up. Dodgers trailing 4-2. After that first inning, when Diamondbacks got their 2 runs, it didn't take the Dodgers long at all to get back those 2 runs that they gave up, with a leadoff home run by Ohtani and followed up by a home run by Pages, and that stayed 2-2 for a while until the 4th inning, when the Diamondbacks got 2 runs to take the lead, 4-2. Let's see. Okay. As we get ready to start the top of the 5th, pitch as Brock Stewart will remain out there pitching. Fastball for ball 1 to Perdomo. Perdomo 1 for 2 with a single, hitting .248, 6 home runs, 33 ribbies on the year. The pitch is taken low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Fifth inning, 4-2 Diamondbacks lead. There's a pitch taken for strike 1, so it's now 2-1's account. The pitch is taken low for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike now. 3-1 the count to Perdomo. The pitch way inside, and Brock Stewart walks the first man leading off the 5th inning. One of those cardinal sins in baseball. You just don't want to lead off with a leadoff walk like that, especially trailing 4-2 in a bullpen game. Okay, so what's done is done. Carroll's now coming up to the plate. 1 on, no outs, 5th inning. Dodgers trailing 4-2. Pitch is low on a changeup for ball 1. Corbin Carroll walked and scored a run. Swung on and fouled back and out of play on a fastball, so the count is now 1-1. We're in the 5th, 4-2 Diamondbacks lead. Swung on, there's a little nubber, picked up by Rushing, throws to second. Oh, Mookie can't handle it, gets away from him, goes into center field, and Pius picks it up. And moving over to third base is Perdomo. And now you got runners on the corners with no outs. And Dave Roberts in stony silence looking on. So Dalton Rushing, instead of going over for the for sure out at first, wanted to get the lead man, and Mookie just couldn't handle it at shortstop. Wicked bounce, and it went into center field. Perdomo took the extra base, and now with a scoring fly ball, the D-backs will have yet another run. Let's see what you're going to do at the plate is Moreno, the man who's been red hot of late. So with runners on the corners, first and third, no outs. We're in the 5th inning. Diamondbacks 4, Dodgers 2, and Moreno to the plate, hitting .295. He's 1 for 2 on the evening. Pitch is way outside, a sinker missing for ball 1. Stewart checks the runner at third. The pitch is outside for ball 2 on a sweeper. So now it's 2 balls and no strikes. Runners at first and third. No outs. There's a strike right down the middle and a sinker, so that's a nicely pitched ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Moreno. We're in the 5th inning in a 4-2 Diamondback game, leading. Pitch is way outside for ball 3 now. So he's 1 ball away from loading the bases with no outs. What you gonna do, Brock Stewart? Let's see right now. Here we go. 3 balls, 1 strike to Moreno. We're in the 5th inning, 4-2, Dodgers trailing. The pitch is swung on. There's a little number. No! Nicely played by Edman, but he's going to throw to first to get the runner at first. But meanwhile, walking home to score easily is Perdomo, and it's now 5-2 in favor of the Diamondbacks with 1 out and 2 on. Check that. You got the lead runner, so there'll be 1 on with 1 out. Runner at second. The runner at third scored. And out comes Dave Roberts for yet another pitching change. And up comes Hernandez. Enriquez. So in a moment, we'll be having a hard-throwing right-hander coming in, known to throw pitches in the 101, 102 range, shortly coming in right now for the Dodgers. Five to 2, Diamondbacks lead. Enriquez coming in, 6'4", 200-pounder out of Venezuela. So it's now a Venezuela versus Venezuela game, pitching duel, if only for a short period of time. Diamondbacks 5, Dodgers 2. We're in the 5th inning. 1 out, 1 on. You got a man at second base. Let's see, try something here. Maybe if I go back to the traditional look by behind the plate, it'll give the Dodgers a little different perspective, maybe change their fortunes. Let's see if that does anything for them. Superstition. Rushing behind the plate. Enriquez now to the mound. Enriquez has pitched in 35 games, 4-0 record, 2.43 ERA, 37 innings, 35 strikeouts. The hard thrower coming in, facing Lourdes Grunal Jr. So now they're going to call a balk. If that wasn't worse enough, now you got a man, instead of it being at second, now you move him over to third. And now all they need from Grunal is a scoring fly ball, and they'll get another run in. Let's see how you're going to do it. Pitch taken right down the middle for a fastball sinker, 100 miles an hour. Okay, so he's going to have to strike him out here. Don't allow him to even hit the ball out of the infield. So indeed, you're right, D-Rock. It is a bullpen game. That was evident from the start when Shohei couldn't answer the bell and go out there and pitch in this game due to his knee. There's a ball, gets away and all the way to the backstop, and in comes the run. So now you see why that balk was so important when you put a man at third. And now the Diamondbacks take a 6-2 lead as Dalton Rushing couldn't handle that ball. And now it's Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2. Not sure how they're going to rule that. Was it a pass ball? Was it a wild pitch? In any event, it goes all the way to the backstop, and the Diamondbacks score yet another run. So now we're in the 5th. Nobody on, 1 out. And it's a strike. Turgonal. 1-2 now the count. There's a strikeout. So Henriquez strikes his man out, but he allowed that guy to come in on his balk that allowed him to go to third, and then that pass ball, wild pitch, whatever it was, all the way to the backstop, gets another run for the Diamondbacks. So it's 6-2 now. Cutter, strike to Vargas to the plate. A swing and a miss. So another swing and a miss. Oh, 2 the count to Vargas. Swung on and fouled back and took a bite out of rushing. Count remains 0-2. 2 outs. We're in the 5th inning. 6-2 Diamondbacks leading over the Dodgers. The pitch is inside, taken fastball for ball 1, 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Vargas. Henriquez has thrown 8 pitches. The 1-2 pitch taken inside, a cutter for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. So Dodgers got some work to do, trailing 6-2. The 2-2 pitch, taken low, fastball for ball 3. So the Diamondbacks got 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and now lead 6-2. Dodgers getting their lone 2 runs in the 1st inning on back-to-back home runs by Ohtani and Pages. The 3-2 pitch is taken for called strike 3, and that'll do it. So he got him. But not until yet another run scores, and the score after 4.5 innings at Los Angeles. Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2, and now Dodgers got some work to do, and it begins with Rojas, Rushing, and Ohtani. If anybody gets on, it'll be Pages who will then bat. Let's see. This should be the inning that the pitcher, Rodriguez, should start to tire now. Let's look at what he's done so far in this game. This is it. He has pitched, he's given up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, hasn't allowed any walks, and he allowed those 2 home runs. He's got an ERA of 2.33. So now is when the Dodgers got to start going after him. You don't want to fall more than 4 runs behind. Okay, so Rojas now coming up. Pitch is taken for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Rojas grounded out, 0 for 1 so far this evening. Rodriguez has thrown 55 pitches. We are in the 5th inning. The 1-0 pitch is low. Changeup missing for ball 2. Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2. We're in the 5th. 2-0 count to Rojas. The pitch swung on and fouled back on a fastball. Waiting on deck, Dalton Rushing. There's a ground ball hit sharply through into center field. So Rojas is aboard with a base hit to start off the inning. So no outs, 1 on, and up comes Dalton Rushing. Deuces are wild on the scoreboard with the Dodgers. When they score, they get 2 runs. The Diamondbacks have gotten 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. That's how they've gotten their 6 runs. Here we go. Rushing, waiting in. The pitch. Low and away for ball 1 on the cutter. Pitch is taken for called strike 1. Miguel Rojas, first. Rodriguez is 8 for 12 with 1 double, so he really owns them. Both from Venezuela, by the way. Here's a pitch. It's a high fly ball. Waiting there is the third baseman, Arenado, for the catch. So there's now 1 out. Rojas remains at first base, and up comes Shohei Ohtani. Shohei earlier started off the game with his 26th leadoff home run. Rodriguez has now thrown 60 pitches. Pitch, there's a shot to dead center field. Back goes Walt Smith. He's going to make it just before the warning track for out number 2. So 2 outs now, 1 on. We're in the 5th inning. Dodgers trailing 6-2, and up comes Pages. So when Ohtani first hit that ball, it looked a lot more promising than it ended up being. Just a long fly ball to center field, but it did jump off the bat initially. So 2 outs, 1 on. Here's Pages. Swung on and fouled back on the fastball. Oh and 1 the count to Pages. 2 outs in the 5th, 1 on. Swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0 and 2. Pages is 2 for 2, a solo home run and a single. (6-2) Diamondbacks over the Dodgers in the 5th. 2 outs in the 5th with 1 on. 0 and 2 the count to Pages. Rodriguez, 64th pitch on its way. Swung on, and it's going to fall into shallow center field for a base hit. Rounding second and cruising into third base is Rojas. So now the Dodgers got runners on the corners with 2 outs. First and third, 2 outs, trailing 6-2. And up comes Freddie Freeman. So Freeman's had a bit of a tough bout in his first 2 at-bats, striking out And now he's due. Freddie Freeman can make this game a whole lot interesting right here with one swing. He grounded into a double play. He struck out, and then he grounded into a double play. So tough go about right now game so far for Freeman, but he can change that with one swing of the bat in a hurry. The pitch is taken for ball one, a sinker. One ball, no strikes. We're in the fifth inning. There's ball gets away from the catcher, but he keeps runners in front of him. They stay in the corners. And the catcher's now going to challenge that ball. And it's going to win the challenge too. So instead of being 2-0, it's now 1-1, the count. So Arizona's been doing really well on their challenges this evening. 2 challenges, 2 wins. 2 outs, runners on the corners. The pitch, there's a shot hit down to Vargas. Nicely played, backhanded, throws over for the out to Tawa, and that'll do it for the Dodgers. So Freddie Freeman, 0 for 3, and the Dodgers are done in the 5th inning. The score, Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2. I'll be back right after this very short timeout. Okay, so Diamondbacks just about ready to get up to plate right now. It'll be Arenado, Waldschmidt, and Tawa will be coming up. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Arenado's pitch on the way by Henriquez is taken for ball 1. We are in the 6th inning. Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2. Just when you think the Dodgers are going to get in it, they pull themselves right out of it. Pitch is taken way inside on a sinker, a 100-mile-an-hour sinker for ball 2. So Arenado has 2 walks and scored a run in this game. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled way back and out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2. We're in the 6th inning. And this is not a good way to start a homestand on a Friday night for the Dodgers. They got to get off the deck and make something happen in the next inning. The pitch is way outside, a sinker for 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to Arenado. We're in the 6th. The pitch is low, ball 4, and Arenado's gotten 3 walks. So he's living the charm life. 3 walks. Henriquez walking him, and now warming up in the bullpen is Jack Dreyer. So with 1 on, no outs, up comes Waldschmidt. Dodgers have seen this before where they walk the leadoff guy and inevitably it turns around to bite him in the rear end. Waldschmidt's 0 for 2. He tries to bunt, and did it take a piece out of him? What happened? It fouled away. He's acting as though it may have hit him. Not sure what's going on there. He's going to take a little walk too, holding his right hand behind his back. Trainer out to take a look at it. 0-1 the count to Waldschmidt. Waldschmidt playing center field, and as he scored around a bunt, ooh, the ball hit him right on the fingers. And you just don't want to have your fingers exposed like that. They teach you to keep your fingers back behind the bat, and he just had it exposed, and wow. Well, poor technique, and that's what you get. So he'll be lucky if he didn't break anything. And it looks like he is coming out of the game right there. So when you got a man throwing 100 miles an hour, throwing some smoke like Henriquez is, you don't want to go up there with your fingers exposed trying to bunt the ball. And looks like, let's see if we're going to get a pinch hitter coming in for him, inheriting a 0-1 count. Fundamentals are so important to the game. So when you cut the corners and get a little sloppy on your technique, things like that tend to pop up and happen. Diamondbacks 6, Dodgers 2. Still no sign on what's going on here. Did he just... Oh, now we got a Barbosa. There you go. So now we got in coming up to the plate is Barbosa for the D-backs. He'll inherit the 0-1 count. Jorge Barbosa now coming up. And he'll... Since he's a switch hitter, he'll bat from the left-hand side, facing the hard-throwing right-hander Henriquez. No outs. We're in the 6th. 1 on. 0-1 the count. He tries to bunt it down. Does it nicely, perfectly. Edman throws over to first, over the heads of Rojas covering at first. And now you got 2 men on. Arenado goes to 3rd. And Barbosa cruises on over to 2nd. So the 3rd error of the game for the Dodgers, a comedy of errors, as Edman nicely played that ball, but the throw got away from Rojas at first base covering. It was actually way out. It was a wild throw on Edman's fault. There's our ground shot down into left field, base hit, and here comes, let's see, 1 run. Let's see if they get the 2nd run in. Nope, Barbosa will stop at 3rd, and now it's 7-2 Diamondbacks. Runners on the corners. So, not sure who they'll give that air to. Rojas had his foot on the bag. He could have easily taken his foot off the bag and caught the ball, so it wasn't a wild throw. But the fact that he couldn't get to that throw, I think they'll give it to Edman on the throwing error. Meanwhile, the score is 7-2 for the Diamondbacks, and moving over to second base without a throw. Now you got runners at 2nd and 3rd. Still nobody out. There's a pitch swung on and missed to Marte. So Tawa aboard on that throwing error by Edman. There's a foul ball in foul territory. Edman makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes Perdomo. Perdomo 1 for 2 with a single and a walk and a run scored in this game. Pitch, ground ball hit sharply to Freeman. He's going to fake to home and he's going to tag first base for the out. Meanwhile, scoring is Barbosa, making it 8-2 in favor of the Diamondbacks. So Freeman thought about throwing a home plate, but then just thought otherwise, backed up, tagged first base for the for sure out. And there'll be 2 outs now in the 6th inning. The runner now was at second, moved over to third. Carroll's now to the plate. Got a runner at third, 2 outs in the 6th inning. Pitch is way outside, a curveball missing badly for ball 1. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2 in a bullpen game that has gone sideways. It started bad and it's only gotten worse as the innings have gone on. Pitch is taken for called strike. Again, Diamondbacks doing the 2-step. 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and that's where we're at right now. They've gotten all their runs in pairs in 4 innings. The pitch is way inside. A cutter for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs. We're in the 6th inning. Runner at third base. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. And Rodriguez, pitcher for the Diamondbacks, has kept the Dodgers in check. There's a strike on a curveball. Nice curveball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carroll. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Fastball. Two and 2 the count to Carroll. 2 outs. We're in the 6th. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Freeman. Backhanded, nicely played. Walks it over to first, and that'll do it for the Diamondbacks, but not until they get 2 more runs. And the score, Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. The most upsetting thing is, the frustrating thing I should say, is Diamondbacks have gotten 8 runs on only 5 hits. The Dodgers have gotten 2 runs on 7 hits, but it's those 3 stinking errors the Dodgers have gotten that have killed them. So the Dodgers 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors. Diamondbacks 8 runs, 5 hits and no errors. And for the Dodgers, coming up in the 6th inning, it'll be Betts, Edman, and Tucker. Let's look at what Rodriguez has going here. He's pitched 5 completes. Struck out 4, hasn't allowed any walks. Only those 2 little home runs that he gave up have been his blemish. Otherwise, he'd have a nice gem of a game going. But he has given up quite a few hits, 7 hits. Rodriguez has thrown 68 pitches thus far. Okay, we're about ready to begin the bottom of the 6th inning, and up comes Mookie Betts. Pitch is taken for called strike one. Oh and 1 the count to Betts. The pitch on the way is taken low. Changeup missing. Or actually, they're going to call that a strike. No, a ball. They're all over the map now. Next pitch is outside, the changeup missing for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mookie. There's a shot hit out to center field. Waldschmidt right in check to make the catch just before the warning track for out number 1. One out in the 6th. Dodgers trailing the Diamondbacks 8-2. Tommy Edman waiting in. Pitch is high, fastball missing for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Changeup for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. We're in the 6th inning, 1 out. Dodgers trailing 8-2 to the Diamondbacks. Rodriguez, 74th pitch is high on a fastball for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And Rodriguez, 75th pitch is coming soon. Only hope for the Dodgers now is to chase Rodriguez on over 100 pitches. There's a ball. That's his first walk that he's given up in this evening. On his 75th pitch, the Dodgers got a man on. Kyle Tucker coming up, 1 for 2 with a double. Hitting .251, 7 home runs, 47 ribbies. Waiting again, swung on, then fouled down the first baseline. So 0-1 the count to Tucker. The pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Tucker. 1 out. We're in the 6th inning, 1 on. 8-2 Diamondbacks lead. Rodriguez delivers his 78th pitch is high. Fastball missing for ball 2. So he's starting to tire a little bit here as he's approaching that 100 pitch mark. Dodgers trailing by 6, but they've come back from deficits of 6 runs in the past. Pitch is taken for strike 2. Two and 2 the count to Tucker. The pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Pitch is, now they're going to challenge this. And the challenge is going to be what? It is a strike, and Arizona wins yet another challenge. They've won all 3 challenges, and down goes Kyle Tucker on that strikeout. And up comes Hernandez now. 0 for 2 in the evening. 2 outs now in the 6th. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. First pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Teoscar is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts in this game. Rodriguez has now thrown 82 pitches. The pitch is outside. Changeup. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch is fouled back. 1-2. The pitch is taken for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Teoscar. 1 on. 2 outs in the 6th. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. The pitch swung on a high, lazy fly ball. Out goes Vargas in center. Comes Carroll in right to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 6th inning. The score after 6 complete innings in Los Angeles: Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. I'll be right back for the 7th inning right after this brief timeout. Okay, back to live action. Rough game for the Dodgers so far. And thankfully, the All-Star break is coming very soon after this little homestand here with the D-backs. The Dodgers and all of baseball will be on the All-Star break. All-Star game, and it'll be Tuesday in Philadelphia, as Jack Dreyer now comes up to pitch for the Dodgers. In 37 games, he's got a 3-1 record, 3.11 ERA, 37 innings. He struck out 43, walked 10, allowed 6 home runs. So Jack Dreyer is the 5th pitcher to come in for the Dodgers in this bullpen game. And he'll be facing Moreno, and the pitch on the way is taken for called strike 1. Gabriel Moreno 1 for 3 with a single and 2 RBIs. We're in the 7th inning. Pitch is curveball missing badly for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Moreno. Waiting on deck is Correll Jr. And then Vargas, the second baseman, swung on a missed on a fastball. So the count is now 1-2. Tough game indeed for the Dodgers. When you out-hit your opponent and only get 2 runs to your 7 hits, and they get 8 runs to your 5 hits, but then again you have those 3 errors that bite you. And that's why the Dodgers are trailing 8-2, looking at those 3 errors. That's a major story. Not all of it, but a major story. So there's 2-2 now. The pitch is high for ball 2 to Moreno. So 2-2 the count. We're in the 7th inning. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to Rojas at second. Throws over to Freeman at first for out number 1, a 4-3 put out. And 1 out in the 7th inning. Correll Jr. now coming up. 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Playing left field tonight for the Diamondbacks. The pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. We're in the 7th inning, 1 out. Diamondbacks leading 8-2 over the Dodgers. Dodgers have been their own worst enemy with 3 big errors in this game. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2 now. So Dreyer now trying to bear down and strike out Correll Jr. Waiting on deck is Vargas, second baseman. Check swing fouled back and out of play. Two pitches in the dirt, slider for ball 1, bouncing back to the backstop. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the 7th inning, 8-2 Dodgers trailing. There's a shot high, nicely played by Betts, backhanded. The long throw to get him. Nicely played by Mookie deep in the hole at short. And cranking up the arm to get him at first base for out number 2. So just when you think Mookie Betts is starting to lose it at short, he comes up with a fine play just like that. There was a play earlier that was a throw that from Dalton Rushing, and he did not handle it nicely. It went into short center field. There's a nicely ground ball by Rojas. Oh, he'll throw it to first too late. Rojas going deep in front of the shortstop Betts to glove it, going away, throwing against his body too late at first base, and Vargas is aboard. So, well, it was a nice effort for Rojas to get to it. He probably would have been best served to let Betts take that because he was going away from it. Betts was going toward it. In any event, you got 1 on, 2 outs, and the curveball is taken for called strike 1 to Nolan Arenado. Arenado's walked 3 times this game. 0-1 the count to Arenado. Pitch is taken for called strike 2. 0-2 now the count. 2 outs. We're in the 7th inning. 1 on. Meanwhile, Rodriguez has pitched 6 innings, has 87 pitches. No word if he's going out there for the 7th inning yet. 0-2 the count to Arenado. Diamondbacks do have a man up throwing in the bullpen, and that is Braedlin Garcia. Pitch is swung on and missed, and Jack Dreyer strikes him out. And that'll do it for the Diamondbacks in the top half of the seventh. The score after 6.5, Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. And it's the 7th inning stretch. I'll be right back right after this brief timeout. Okay, back to live action. Rojas to the plate. Taken for called strike one. Braedlin Garcia now in the game. 26 games he's been in. Has a record of 0-1. ERA of 2.05. 22 innings he's pitched. The pitch is taken for called strike two on the sweeper. We're in the seventh. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. But that big 3 errors is flashing up there on the scoreboard, haunting the Dodgers. Those 3 errors accounting for 3 more runs for the Diamondbacks. Here's a pitch taken high, the sinker for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The game started out a little shaky with Kyle Hurt starting the game. Dodgers right away fell behind 2-0, and then the Dodgers got those 2 runs back on the solo home runs by Ohtani and Paez in their bottom of the first, and after that it's been all Diamondbacks. There's a swing and a high fly ball coming in as the first baseman Tim Tawa. He's there, he's got it, just in foul territory for out number 1. So 1 out in the 7th inning. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. And rushing now. Coming up. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on a sinker. We're in the 7th inning. 8-2, Dodgers trailing the Diamondbacks. This is the first game of a 3-game series. Inside, sinker for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is Ball 2, low and away. Two balls, one strike. The pitch swung on and fouled away. 2-2 the count to Rushing. We're in the 7th, one out, nobody on for the Dodgers, trailing 8-2. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back on the sweeper. Count remains 2-2. Two and two the count to Rushing. Pitch is outside for ball 3 on the sinker. Ohtani waiting on deck. Three balls, two strikes. Taken for a called strike 3, and Rushing knew it. As soon as that ball left, he didn't even wait for the umpire to call it. He knew he was gone. So there's one out now. Two outs, check that. Two outs in the 7th, and up comes Ohtani. Pitch is way outside the sweeper for ball 1. Warming up in the bullpen now for the Dodgers is Evan Phillips. Hard-throwing right-hander, getting loose. Swung on and missed by Ohtani. Whoa, he swung so hard his brace came off. His little, not brace, but his guard protector. Never seen that happen. Wow, that was a Willie Mays type of swing, going for the fences. So as he adjusts that, puts that back on, be a little momentarily delay here. 1-1 the count to Ohtani. Hit that monster solo home run to start the game. And after that, it's pretty much gone downhill for the Dodgers after Pages hit that home run, actually. Okay, so Ohtani's all strapped in, ready to go now. Let's see if he lets another big rip go. 1-1 the count to Ohtani. Garcia has thrown 14 pitches. The pitch swung on and fouled away. One ball, two strikes. 7th inning, two outs, nobody on for the Dodgers, trailing 8-2. Swung on and missed, and down goes Ohtani. And the Dodgers are done after 7 complete innings in Los Angeles. Diamondbacks 8, Dodgers 2. I'll be right back for the 8th inning right after this. Okay, so as we get ready for the 8th inning, Let's see who the Dodgers will be sending out there. Looks like they had Phillips warming up in the bullpen. Let's see if he indeed does come out there. Tough game for the Dodgers. The line here, here's the line on this game. 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. For the Dodgers, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors. So it is going to be Evan Phillips that's coming out now to pitch for the Dodgers. Tuesday versus the Rockies, he was in for 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. First major league game since May 5th in 2025, and he's back out there again tonight. This season he had been in AAA for 12 games, had a 1.8 ERA, 13 strikeouts, 5 walks. Pitch on the way is taken for ball 1. So Barbosa came in to pinch hit. When Waldschmidt got hurt trying to bunt, fouled it right off of his fingers, and away he went out of the game. The pitch, there's a line shot, base hit cleanly into center field, picked up by Pages and thrown in, and Barbosa is aboard safely with a base hit. That'll be the 7th hit on the evening for the Diamondbacks. And up comes Tim Tawa. Tawa has been in the thick of this game. He only came in hitting 150. He's now hitting 176. 2 for 3, a home run, a single, 3 RBIs. He's been a one-man gang against the Dodgers. Pitches, gets away, and another, whether it's pass ball, wild pitch, and it's been a tough go-about for the Dodgers. Another runner, Barbosa, now moves over to second base as that ball got away from rushing. And now you have a man at second with no outs. And Tawa waiting in. Tawa hit that 2-run home run when it was 2-2. He made it 4-2, and after that the Diamondbacks haven't looked back since, leading 8-2. Diamondbacks got 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 1. Let's see now what they're going to do here. Haven't scored yet. The pitch, there's a ground shot, base hit cleanly into right field, and a rounding third, and scoring is Barbosa for the 9th run of this game. And Tim Tawa, a one-man gang, hurts the Dodgers again. What a game for Tim Tawa. One to remember. And now it's 9-2. Tim Tawa with 1 run scored, 3 hits, 4 RBIs. He's now hitting 187. Marte now to the plate. 1 on. No outs. And the pitch is a sweeper for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Marte. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. We're in the 8th inning. No outs. Taken for a strike on a fastball, so it's 1-1. The pitch is taken for called strike 2, fastball. One ball, 2 strikes to Marte. No outs in the 8th. swung on and missed, and down he goes. So the Dodgers, Phillips gets a strikeout for the first out of the inning. And let's check that promotion. Did they already get the 7 strikeouts? Probably the only thing for Dodger fans to look favorably. They got 2, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they've gone over. They've gotten the Jack in the Box promotion. In case you're interested, get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow with a purchase of a large drink at Jack in the Box, and you'll get your free Whopper. No, Jumbo Jack, right? Not a Whopper. Whopper's at Burger King. Anyways, back to live action. Pitch on the way is taken for a ball. Strike 1. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Perdomo to the plate. 1-1 count. 1 on, 1 out. 9-2 Diamondbacks over the Dodgers. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and dribbled her back of the so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perdomo 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, a run, an RBI. He's been all over this game. We're in the 8th inning. The pitch swung on and a little dribbler again. Just into the, for a 1-2 count. Eighth inning, Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. And the pitch, low for sweeper for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is high to Perdomo for ball 3. Waiting on deck is Carroll. Pitch is fouled away. Three balls, 2 strikes. Perdomo. 1 out. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and a high fly ball out there to left field is Hernandez for the catch for out number 2. And now Carroll comes up. We're in the 8th inning. 2 outs. 1 on. The pitch is high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. Fastball for 1-1. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. We're in the 8th inning. Swung on and missed, a sweeper for 1-2. One and 2 the count to Carroll. 2 outs, 1 on, swung on and missed, and down he goes. And that'll do it for the Diamondbacks, but not until they score yet another run and make it 9-2 over the Dodgers. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. So an absolutely nightmare of a game for the Dodgers. They've given up 8 hits, but more importantly, the 3 runs, beating themselves. It just didn't seem like it would be their night right from the start of the game when Kyle Hurt got the start. And for the Dodgers now coming up, it'll be Pages, Freeman, and Mookie Betts. And if anybody gets on, Tommy Edman. So let's see, so tomorrow's game, Dodgers will be taking on the same Diamondbacks, trying to avenge this game. And let's see. That will be a 6:10 start. So 6:10 on the West Coast time. And then on Sunday, same 2 teams conclude the series at 1:10 on a Sunday. So up comes Andy Pages. He hit a solo home run in the first inning to start it. He's 3 for 3 at the plate tonight. The pitch is taken for called strike 1. He's gotten 2 singles and a home run. But aside from Pages and the 1 home run by Ohtani, it just has not gone the Dodgers' way at all. We're in the 8th inning. Pitch is taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. So the 0-2 pitch on the way is taken outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pages. He's heading to Philadelphia in the All-Star game. His first All-Star game on Tuesday he'll be in. So his first time going, he's very excited about that. Ohtani will not be going to the All-Star game. Getting his knee will be drained on Sunday. And he'll be waving the trip on that. There's a swing and a miss, and down goes Pages for out number 1 in the 8th inning. And now pinch hitting for Freeman will be Alex Call. Call hitting .255, 1 home run. Pitch is taken for called strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count to Call. Pitch is high, sinker missing for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Call. 1 out in the 8th. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. This pitch is way outside, a curveball missing badly for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Call. swung on and fouled back and out of play. 2-2 the count. Two and two the count to call. Swung on and fouled back. And the changeup. Count remains 2-2. Eighth inning, nobody on, 1 out. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. There's a ground ball hit sharply down to third base, and it's going to go foul. So Arenado waited, came charging, and then just let it go foul. Smartly played. We are in the 8th inning. Betts waiting on deck. Call to the plate, 2-2 the count. 1 out. And the pitch outside for ball 3, and a curveball missing. So it's 3-2 now. The pitch swung on and missed, and down goes. Oh no, it was a tip. Foul ball, so 3-2 the count remains. In this at bat, he's taken 8 pitches already, fouling off 4 of them. The pitch is swung on. There's a ground back to the first baseman. To Loaiza, underhands to the first baseman, Tawa, for out number 2. And up comes Freeman into the game now, pinch hitting. Check Freeland. Freeland pinch hitting for Betts. He's hitting .237 in 67 games with 3 home runs and 19 ribbies. 3 for 11 in his last 3 games with 2 ribbies. The pitch is taken for strike 1, changeup. Pitch is inside for ball 1. Nine to 2 Diamondbacks. It's been all Diamondbacks in this game. We're in the 8th inning, 2 outs. 1-1 the count to Freeland, fouled away. It's now 1-2. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and down goes Freeland and the Dodgers. After 8 complete innings in Los Angeles, the score, Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. I'll be right back after this short timeout. So as we get ready to go into the 9th inning, let's see who the Dodgers send out there to pitch now. A dreadful game for the Dodgers. They're going to, looks like they still got Phillips that they're going to throw on out there again for his 2nd inning of work. Dodgers have gone with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers this evening, almost 1 an inning. Phillips has 2 strikeouts, so he'll stay in there for the 9th. And who do the Diamondbacks have coming up in that 9th inning? It'll be Moreno. Grinnell Jr. and Vargas will be the first 3 hitters coming up. Oh, Vesia's now in, so it'll be the 7th pitcher in Vesia. So Alex Vesia now comes up. This season in 41 games, 1-1 record, ERA of 2.35, 30 innings, 43 strikeouts, 20 walks. And Vesia getting some work out there. The pitch is taken for called strike 1 on the fastball. So if you're going to get people and get them in there to work, now's the time to do it. They'll have 4 days off after Sunday's game for the All-Star break. Their pitch is fouled back and out of play. After the All-Star break, the Dodgers start playing 1 week from today against the New York Yankees in New York. Moreno waiting in. 0-2 the count to Vesia. And the pitch, high for ball 1, fastball missing. Vesia waiting in, and the 1-2 pitch on the way is taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. Swung on and fouled back and out of play in the changeup. Pitch swung on and fouled away. So the count is now 2-2 to Moreno. Two balls, 2 strikes, Vesia in the mound. The pitch on the way to Moreno is swung on and fouled back again and out of play. Waiting on deck is Grinnell Jr. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and whacked into left field and down in the corner. Going to pick it up as Hernandez, but at the warning track, by the time he gets it in, a rounding first and into second base, standing up with the double is Moreno. So add yet another hit on tack for the Diamondbacks. Now they've got 9 runs on 9 hits. Now it looks a little more even. At one time they had 7 7 runs on only like 3 hits. Now it's kind of evened up. It's those 3 big errors that have really killed the Dodgers. That happened early on in the game too. So up comes Grinnell Jr. He's 0 for 4, 3 ground outs and a strikeout. He's got a man at second and a chance to get home an RBI right here. Swing and a miss by Vesia. The pitch from Vesia. 0-1 the count to Grinnell Jr. 1 on, no outs. We're in the 9th inning. Arizona 9, Dodgers 2. Pitch is high and a fastball for ball 1. Waiting on deck is Vargas, the second baseman. Pitch is high fly ball. Oh, the infield coming in. It's going to be Rojas at second for the catch. Infield fly was called, so there's 1 out. And the runner, Moreno, remains at second base. We're in the 9th inning, 9-2 Diamondbacks over the Dodgers. And up comes Vargas. Vargas is 1 for 4 with a single. Taken for called strike 1 on the slider. Oh and 1 the count to Vargas. The pitch swung on and fouled back. He just about came out of his shoes on that one. And the count is now 0-2. Oh and 2 the count to Vargas. Vesia, his 14th pitch on the way, is low and in the dirt. They're going to check over to third. No swing on the slider. And it's now going to be 1-2 the count. 9th inning, 1 out. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. That's the only 9 that the Diamondbacks really care about. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Moreno away from second base is taken for called strike 3, and down he goes. So now with 2 outs, runner at second base, and up comes Arenado. The pitch taken for called strike 1, a changeup. Oh and 1 the count to Arenado. Pitch is taking a changeup for ball 1. So it's 1-1 now. Pitch, strike, fastball. 1-2 now the count to Arenado. 2 outs, 9th inning, a man at second base. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. The pitch swung on and missed, and down goes Arenado, and that'll do it for the Diamondbacks in the 9th inning. So the Dodgers in the 9th inning sending up Edman, Tucker. Let's see who they'll Edman, Tucker, and Hernandez slated to come up. Once again, tomorrow night's game should be a dandy. 6 tomorrow night, 6:10 start. The Dodgers will be sending out Yamamoto, their all-star pitcher, will be going out there. So if ever the Dodgers had a redemption in their eyes, that's the man you want to send out there to get you that victory back from the loss that you had the night before. That's what's looking at the Dodgers right in the face right now, a loss. So then they got to buckle down and go after it tomorrow with Yamamoto. Diamondbacks scored 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, 1 in the eighth. That's how they got their 9 runs. Also on 9 hits. Dodgers only got their 2 runs in the first inning on back-to-back home runs by Ohtani and Pages, and that's it. Meanwhile, Jamerson now coming in 9 games. Doesn't have a record. ERA of 3.77, 14 innings, 11 strikeouts, 6 walks. He's allowed 1 home run, and he's in the game right now to close out the Dodgers and get this win. So Tommy Edman ready to come up, and Alfonso will be following him in the dugout. On deck circle, pitches high for ball 1. The pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch, 2-0 pitch is taken high for ball 3. No outs. We're in the 9th inning. Dodgers trail by 7, 9-2 right now. No outs in the 9th. The 3-0 pitch, taken fastball for strike 1. Strike 2. Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Edman. Swung on, belted to right field for a base hit. Picked up by Carroll, and the leadoff man is aboard in Tommy Edman. 9-2 Diamondbacks lead. Dodgers down to their last 3 outs, but Edman, refusing to die easy, hits a base hit, looped a base hit into right field, and up comes Alfonso. The pitch swung on and missed. Alfonso trying to get it all back with 1 swing. Swinging for the fences like Willie Mays on that one. Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 2. No outs. There's a swing and a high fly ball. There's waiting for it as a shortstop. He's got it as Perdomo for out number 1. So 1 on, 1 out, 9th inning. Dodgers down to their last 2 outs. And up comes Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 3 in the evening, hitting .251. 3 flyouts. Pitch is low for ball 1 on the slider. Pitch swung on and a shot into right field. Nice diving catch, sliding catch by Carroll in right field for out number 2. Came up on his knees to slide and make that catch for out number 2. And now the Dodgers are down to their last out. And up comes Miguel Rojas. So this will be a game the Dodgers definitely want to forget as quickly as possible. First ball swinging, Miguel Rojas hits it down in the corner. It's going to bounce to the wall, get away from the left fielder. Rounding third and scoring is Tommy Edman on a first ball swing by Rojas. And just like that, the Dodgers never say die, get 1 in the 9th inning. It's now 9-3. That ball was whacked down in the corner by the time Corral Jr. could play it. It was poorly played. It caromed off, and he ran. By the time he could pick it up, it slowed down, even allowing Edman to score easily from first base. So now with Rojas at second, Dalton rushing to the plate. He's 0 for 3, struck out in the 7th inning. 2 outs in the 9th. Rojas away from second, swung and a miss by Rushing. Oh, and 1 the count to Rushing. 2 outs in the 9th inning. Rojas away from second, 9-3. There's a broken bat shot down to second baseman Vargas. Throws over to first base Tawa, and down go the Dodgers. And this game is OVER. Dodgers lose it 9-3. The final line on this: Rodriguez gets the win. He now goes to 8-3. Klein is charged with a loss. He's 3-4. And that'll do it. The line on the score: Arizona 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Dodgers 3 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. Thank you so much for watching the telecast with me. The final score, once again: Diamondbacks 9, Dodgers 3. I'll be back here tomorrow at 6:10 to announce that game. Have a wonderful evening wherever you may be.